Okay, so when setting up my natural looking enclosures for my reptiles, a lot of times I'll go and buy the sandblasted grapevine and the cork bark from the shows. But if you're on a little bit more of a restricted budget, or if you're trying to find something other than that, coming to a place like this is often what people will do. And while you can find a lot of good pieces of driftwood at a location such as this, let's take a closer look at some of this stuff, and let me explain to you why this necessarily isn't the best option to go looking for that kind of stuff. One of the things I love about this location is there is a good, diverse amount of reptiles, wildlife in general. Of course, you're going to hear guns firing. There is a gun club a little ways away, but I've already been out here and I've seen probably about 10 turtles now, one confirmed water snake, and I think right back in the brush here there was another one. I kind of got a glimpse of something, but as thick as this is, he got away before I can fully see him, and I actually believe it's underneath that log there. But this is the very reason why I say collecting wood for your cages from this location is not the ideal situation. For instance, like that log there, it looks like a pretty good log to use in your enclosure, but obviously somebody's using it, So there's a gunshot. So when you come out here and collect, I'm trying to find a good spot. It's been raining, so there's a lot of mud. We can take a look at this right here. Animals that live in this environment, they're going to take advantage of all these fallen logs, and they're going to live under them. And some of these logs might be just like little islands to get to the next log, like salamanders and whatnot. They might be just cruising through, and just like islands in the ocean, you kind of island hop to make your way. That's kind of what it's like for some of these smaller amphibians in the woods like this. So as simple as taking a log, you may actually be hurting the wildlife that lives here and takes advantage of this situation as a permanent home. So of course I'm not going to keep shaking that, and I think it's something. I'm going to show you a better place to collect driftwood for your enclosures. It's a place I often go to check to find good pieces for my enclosure. So let's head back to the car, and what's that? There's a female Baltimore Oriole. I don't see too many of them too often. That's pretty cool. That's a rare one to see. So anyways, let's head back to the car, and then I'll take you to a better location to find driftwood for your cage, other than purchasing it, and a place you won't be hurting the wildlife. So let's head back. Okay, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. I only have my GoPro with me, so I don't have a zoom option, but right there is a pair of snakes breeding. So as much as I'd like to get close to see what they are, I'm pretty certain they're water snakes, but I don't know if you guys, I'm hoping you guys can see. Yeah, they're a pair of northern water snakes. I'm gonna get my phone and see if I can get better footage, and to be able to show you guys. It actually looks like there might be three. Let me put this down. Okay guys, so this is, excuse the shotgun blast or whatever, but I just came across these two snakes here breeding I'm gonna try not to disturb them. It definitely looks like there's 3 of them there. There's the big large female, and looks like she's being courted by 2 different males, which you can see the tails are struggling to copulate with her. Now they're too busy mating, but that female is looking at us. But this is the best I can zoom in with my phone. This is pretty cool. I don't really want to I don't want to disturb them. Man, that's one big girl. Yep. And yep, there you can see. And there they go. Oh, there goes a frog. Oh, let's see if I can find them on my screen. Okay, right there they are. Right, oops. Alright, we're gonna leave them be. Okay, so when trying to find driftwood for your new setup, this is where I like to come. You can see behind me is the river, and then right here what I'm sitting on is a log jam. When this river floods, all these logs, they just get piled up. And the reason I like to come to these is because there's really no wildlife that makes a permanent home in these log jams because of the river flooding, and nothing in the water can permanently live in it because soon the water resides. Nothing on land can live in the log jams because, well, the water rises. So it's one of those situations where it's just kind of a short-term thing. But you can find good branches like this, and it's because it's been in the river for so long. It's all nice and smooth, and all the bark has been stripped off, especially this piece right here. So this is where I would suggest you guys look for finding logs and such for your cages, is long log jams like this. Look for rivers. Like there's you can see right over there's a pretty good log jam, and now we just had a bunch of rain, and so the river was actually quite a bit higher, so these log jams have been really cleaned out. Normally this is just filled completely with logs, but not today. It looks like it's either they got washed out and further downstream, or it's been cleaned up because this is a state park. So I don't know, but anyways, this is, if I was you guys, and this is what I do. I just look for areas that the logs have come up out of the river because of flooding. So this is going to be it for this video. I have seen a lot of water snakes. I'm going to try to capture some and do a separate video. So I'm going to end this video with this, and good luck with setting up your new terrariums and vivariums, and and making your cages look natural as you can. So till next time, later.
Shut up and sit down.